as of 8:35 a.m. PDT until reset time today, the game will be going offline for maintenance, and there'll be an update as of today's regular reset. Maintenance will finish 2 hours after reset, or is planned for that to happen. So there'll be a bunch of things that are going on. Most likely this update will be coming because the raid's going to be tomorrow, and they need to get some stability with the game for the raid. There has to be stability there. So this video is just going to be something that you listen or watch whilst the game is offline, because it's going to be off an hour and a half. Could be longer, but it's planned for an hour and a half. So I can just quickly update you on what I've been doing and my absence of content and my thoughts on Edge of Fate. First thing, reason why I have not uploaded one single video since Edge of Fate launched is because of the audio bug that is unique to PS5. A lot of Steam players have been telling me they've had a good time with the game. Well, there's that, and then there's people that said that the game's been crashing a lot for them. And each platform has had a unique problem. Xbox has had a lot of crashes. PS5 has not had many crashes. I've only crashed twice, which isn't bad. I know it sounds bad. I know that sounds bad, but compared to other people, I have barely crashed. I think it might be one time actually. So I've only hard crashed once. I've had obviously error codes, baboons and stuff. But the main thing for me has been game audio, and it has basically ruined the Edge of Fate campaign for me on a gameplay perspective, and just the story of it as well. So that's why I haven't uploaded what I was doing, the solo flawless legendary campaign for Edge of Fate, and I've done that for Warlock, and I'm now working on my Titan. So what I've chose to do, right, is obviously I've done the campaign solo, but the problem is there was no emblem reward. There was no emblem reward to say that you've solo flawlessed the campaign on legendary difficulty. So there was actually no point to be soloing the legendary campaign. That lost me a lot of time when I didn't realize. I thought there would be an emblem. I assumed that. I also assumed that you would get 200 power level gear automatic if you beat legendary campaign. I guess I assumed that and shouldn't have, because that's how it worked from Witch Queen onwards, is when you do the legendary campaign, you get high power gear plus the new exotic. So I've done that on Warlock, and I got the exotic gauntlets, you know here. I got to roughly 110 power. This is what I then done from there, is when I was still on Warlock, I come to Pinnacle and done the exotic mission yesterday, Encore, with the grapple mechanic. That has been removed from the mods. So when you customize and all this stuff, you're able to, is it on here, whatever. Yeah, there was a grappler here, and you could put that on. And I've done the Encore farm like everybody else did. And the Encore farm was good. It was decent. It was nice. But they removed that yesterday because they realised that everybody was farming just one mission, and Portal's not designed to be played in that way. And I agree with Bungie, it's not designed to be played like that. What I've then done today is then swap to my Titan, and I'm doing legendary campaign on the Titan, because you get plus 10 power drops, and you're getting a lot of drops from the legendary campaign. So basically what I'm saying to you is, for players like me who are behind others, because I know people are 300 power, I'm behind because I've been busy this week. Yeah, I've been busy with other things, can't always do everything on the game. But what I'm saying is, once you've got 100 power, the best thing to do is just switch to your second character, do legendary campaign up to 200 power. Yeah, then after that things change, of course, but it's actually better to just do your second character. Then you can get the new exotic as well on that class. So for example, with my Titan, I would need the Solar Hammer exotic, which I'm going to get, which I'm about roughly halfway through the legendary campaign. Once I beat the legendary campaign on my second character, which is Titan in this case, I'll get to 200 power, no problem, which I'm basically getting huge bumps. So that's giving you a breakdown of what I've done so far. I've farmed Encore a bit, and I've done the campaigns on 2 characters, nearly finished on Titan. That's all I've done so far. Whilst playing it though, the build that I've been used, because people are asking me questions, and I am behind most of you, but people are still asking me, so I'm addressing it. I've been using a class ability build with Crest of Alpha because it got a massive buff, and Crest of Alpha now is unbelievably good. And Bolt Charges, a lot of you said it wasn't going to be good this season, and it is good, so what's that about? People are probably miscalculated what Bolt Charge Titan would be doing, and it's doing some crazy things because I've been using it. So what have I been doing? Well, I've been testing. I've been using Fists to see what it does, because I already know what Thunder Crash does. We know what that. Although I do need to do Thunder Crash testing with super damage bonus. Yes, I need to do that. But I haven't got Godroll Armor to do that yet. So in the meantime, I'm testing Fists of Abba, cooldowns, and what damage it's doing. In actual fact, it's actually pretty damn good, and I'm surprised. I thought that this would be bad, to be honest, because it was cracked last season. So obviously I've been using Rally Barricade, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade. Now Storm's Keep has been adjusted and now no longer gives amplification upon getting times 10 stacks, so you can't get amplification for free anymore. So now you've got to really rely on Knockout. Knockout's probably one of the best fragments now. I mean, it already was, but now it's more important, because the only way to properly get amplified right now here, as far as I can see, is getting a melee kill. Yeah, all of these, like I say, you can't really run Touch of Thunder now as good. You're better off running Knockout. So fragments that I've been using when I've been soloing is Resistance for damage resist, of course, Magnitude for an extension on pulse grenade damage, and Spark of Focus is huge. It's unbelievably good. You want to use this. This is going to supplement your build so you can spam your class ability, because without this, it's just not as good. Arc Titan needs playback loop. You need to build into it. Even at this stage, if you rock a 0 class ability, your Arc Titan will be bad. It'll be very poor because of the changes to Edge of Fate. And I've been using Spark of Frequency because that still does what it does on the team, what it did before. It still does, what it used to. So yeah, big tip for Arc Titans is try out freaking Crest of Lupi. It's doing incredible things for us. Especially Fireteam gameplay, this will be very good. There's more health regen linked to it. Like I say, I haven't been build crafting to the max, more stat distributions, but this is what I've been using. I had 2 super font songs, apparently they're very good. I had double Bolstering Detonation on, avoid loader on, because I'll talk about weapons in a minute. I've been using, just generic stuff at the moment. Some font mods, yes, just checking them out. Procs wards, good when you're soloing in this game. It always is because of the powerful overshield. Weapon wise, I've been using this rocket pulse rifle. I've got rewind rounds and one for all. I don't know what the god roll on it is, but this is a fantastic weapon. In my opinion, it might even be better than the rocket sidearms. Yes, they hold less ammo, but what you got to realize is that's 3 shots per 1 shot. So you can treble in your mind what you have. So if you have 7 bullets left, let's say you have only 7 left. That's not 7 bullets, that's 21. Think about it. It's a pulse rifle. It's firing different to the sidearm. These are amazing in the game right now. Rocket sidearms. And obviously 3rd iteration has been bugged. I've really been enjoying the weapon. And it is now doing bug damage with Barrier Scout Rifle. Its main perk going invis is incredible. The aim down sights mechanic and marking targets for increased damage is incredible. The Scout Rifle is incredible. The problem is it's overtuned right now because it's doing bug damage with Barrier Scout Rifle, and Bunch is going to address that. More than likely they will do it today, or they won't, and it's just disabled anyways for raid. I don't know, but they're going to chop this down, and they need to, but I don't want them to nerf it too heavily. In my opinion, 3rd iteration should have just been a special weapon, and the reason why I say it should be just a special weapon is that it should just be something similar to Quiet of 1 and have a similar ammo capacity to that, and have it. Yes, we need to nerf its damage, but don't nerf it too much. They do need to nerf it quite a lot, but if they nerf it down to a really low level, no one will use it, and we'll have that problem. So let's just see what they do with the weapon. It's going to stay a primary, but nerf its damage, yes, but not by too much. I want this weapon to be overtuned in the game. It's letting players still play. Yeah, think about it. It's letting players still play. It's creating slight hype, because obviously there's been problems. And I've just been using Edge Transit. In fact, I haven't even fully leveled it up. I haven't been taking myself too seriously this week. I've just been using these mods. I'm not going to go into it because I haven't had time to experiment. So that's what I've been doing in the game. In terms of the Edge of Fate story, like I've just said before, the Edge of Fate story was kind of ruined for me because the audio was bugged all the way throughout. It couldn't hear what people were saying. However, what I will tell you is the 1950s cinematics in the Edge of Fate campaign have been the best graphic fidelity I have ever seen Destiny 2 pull off in a cinematic, and they have been better cinematics, like Lodi or whatever he's called. Basically it looks like a real person. That's how good it looks, the 1950s cinematics, with all that stuff. So I will mention that. What I would say is, though, the final boss for the campaign mission was just, well, spoilers, was a fallen enemy, and I was expecting a 9 enemy, right? I mean, I guess they're saving like a 9 big boss for the raid, and that's probably what it's going to be. But I would have liked some sort of 9 enemy type in the campaign, please. We fought fallen enemies for 10 years, and they are just a redesign of those, and I understand that, and I don't mind them as an enemy type, but having them as the final boss, the House of Exile, wasn't good enough as a final campaign mission, and it should have been where there's a 9 boss in the middle of the map, and he's quite big. But I guess they're saving that for the raid, and the raid's going to have some sort of 9 boss. I don't know lore-wise, but what you need to understand is it doesn't really matter. What matters is his new boss design. And if you don't get new boss design, missions will fall flat because of it. Right, now I've covered that bit and what I've been doing. Let's talk about the portal. So like I said, the other day I was farming Encore, right, with the 4+ completion rewards. They nerfed that. It's now star-crossed, and it's 2 completion rewards. I mean, star-crossed is a very fast mission anyways. I have no worries grinding from 200 to 400, because what you all need to understand is that when a new expansion comes out for Destiny 2, and it always has been, it takes 3 to 4 weeks to fully level up. You lot are saying about the +10 pinnacle grind thing. That was only over the last year that was going on. Before that, you would have to farm a lot of XP anyways to get up to a +15 or +20 power on the old system. That is different now, and I'm just saying that I'm not as worried about this as other people are with the grind. What I will say is on the legendary campaign thing, let's talk about enemy AI at the minute. So with enemy AI, the enemy AI is dumbed down in the legendary tier system. Alright, so I've only played on legendary, and all the enemies, basically their AI has been reduced because what it seems to be is that Bungie are saving the enemy AI difficulty for harder difficulties in Grandmaster and Ultimate content. Now let me tell you another thing. My purpose in the game for content creation has been sunset. It's basically been sunset partly for a few, whenever Ultimate comes out. I forgot the date, someone can tell us down below, but basically my purpose in the game has been sunset until most difficult content comes out. Obviously, I'm going to continue to level up in the background. Hopefully the PS5 audio bug gets fixed today so that I can start uploading content again, because I've figured that I'm not uploading content where the audio keeps cutting out. It's not good watchability for my channel. It's probably the worst thing ever for me to not upload anything, but you know, it is what it is. I'm focusing just leveling, and once the game starts to stabilize and the meta starts to stabilize and everything, and people start to level up more, you're going to see more content from me, and I'll be able to power stride it. But right now I'm just not. I'm focusing on myself. That's basically what it is. But the enemy AI has been nerfed on legendary mode. If you compare this to Witch Queen legendary difficulty, they're 10 miles apart. They're 10 miles apart. Even Lightfall legendary campaign give me more issues than the Edge of Fate legendary campaign. The biggest issue obviously was with the mechanics. the Matterspark ball. However, what I will tell you is the relocator cannon is very well designed, especially at the latter end of the campaign, and the strand matter is actually pretty well designed as well. However, they've called it a different element, but it is just strand though, isn't it? Because you can strand enemies. So as a gameplay perspective, that to me just sounds like, it doesn't feel like a new element, it just feels like strand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the campaign does ramp up, but like I say, it was ruined for me with the audio, and the Matterspark ball has been too much in the campaign, and they should never develop a planet round a 1 or 2 mechanics. They lock themselves in. They lock themselves into a Matterspark ball, and it's become a problem. But yeah, going back to the portal. So the portal, we've got the world that's being greyed out, and I was sad to see this before anyone said this. I checked this at Reset on Tuesday, and it was odd seeing it like this. And I don't know, they maybe shouldn't have done that, and they should have just had it world or portal, and you make a decision. New players can pick portal, veterans can pick world to do their stuff in. And I think if they had catered to both types of players, look, we're getting Connacht and servers, if we catered to both types of players, there'd have been less complaints. So the portal, right, let's quickly run through it. Solo ops, I told you all that solo ops would be no good, and it turns out to be that it's no good. It's just for casual players to quickly solo some stuff, and that's it. There's going to be no challenge in this, and the end game content is not going to shape up around this. So this is just for when you want to play on your own, and that's it. It's not to be about, oh, solo ops? Does this mean I need to, get to some sort of skill level with it? No. Although there is 270 power required, it says, but that's just Lost Sector. Look at what that is. That's solo Lost Sector. That's a solo master Lost Sector for the most difficult part of solo ops. So this is Lost Sectors then. That's Lost Sectors. Fire team. Now I think this is good. The fire team portion of it's good. Because look, these are nightfalls. For new players, you won't know what a nightfall is. Look how many nightfalls you've got. Battleground Delve. Battleground Proven Grounds, Battlegrounds. Sorry, it's Proven Grounds. Empire Hunt. All right, we don't like that too much. Battleground Foothold. You can have that as a GM. Yeah, when we get there, this is going to turn out to be pretty damn good with the customizations that we got. We got Battleground Oracle Conduit. We got Inverted Spire. Remember how good Inverted Spire is as a GM? The rework Devil's Lair. There was Glassware the other day. Is Glassware up? Glassware's up. Look at that. I haven't had Glassware as a GM for damn 12, 18 months. I'm going to get it. So this portal is going to evolve over time. And when we all get to higher powers, it's going to be much better to play. So Fire Team, the Fire Team of it's good. Pinnacle, not so good. Why? Because there's only 3 options. In my opinion, all of them should just give you +4 completion rewards because it's a Pinnacle, or 3. Meet us in the middle way, because 2's not enough. As we've seen, because we've just had 4 yesterday, it should be just all 3, and it should just be which one you want to pick. I mean, Kells Fall's a good mission, yeah. Starcross not as good. Whisper's fantastic. Now, I just think that it should just all be standardized, and you should be allowed to be picking what you want and what you want to do. But we don't want to fall in a trap of only farming 1 mission. The portal will then fail its purpose as a portal. Crucible, I've heard that you can level up in here. I haven't played any Crucible at all, so I have no comments about it at all. So yeah, that's my portal sort of review, first thoughts of that. So yeah, you've had your information. This is just a video that you can watch whilst Destiny 2 is in downtime mode. What I would say about the player base numbers as well. So we didn't hit 100k for day 1 launch, and I figured that we probably would, but there was a lot of pre-order cancellations, and that's probably what happened, is because the Matterspark ball has caused this. It's caused a lot of... See, what you need to understand in Destiny 2 is it's fun to shoot a gun, but when you're in a mechanic and you can't wait to get out of it, as in the ball, to shoot enemies, it becomes a problem if you are spammed with the ball, and we have been spammed with it. They should never make a mechanic based around anything other than lore and good boss design. We want lore and good boss design developed into the campaign, like Witch Queen had. Witch Queen has no singular thing. It had Deep Sight, but Deep Sight was not spammed. I mean, it was spammed if you go back to it, but think about it. Deep Sight was just looking at secret objects. That's not hindering your first player combat. The ball is hindering first-person combat. And I'm sure Bungie will know by now, right now, I can assure you that they'll never do this again. They went too experimental. And in Renegades, I mean, obviously they've partly designed it already, but I can assure you probably in Renegades that the campaign's just going to be a damn good campaign. Another thing about it is the Metroidvania thing has fell on its flat. I'm confused. I don't know what the Metroidvania thing is. Like, I'm on my second playthrough now, and it feels like the first playthrough. What's that about? Metroidvania is meant to be that the starting location is meant to be a different location to the first time you've done it. So, for example, let's give you the Remnant 2. If anyone's played Remnant 2, you will know that was like Metroidvania, and your spawn location will be different if anyone remembers that game. And it definitely was completely different. Some players started in the desert, some players started over here and over there. Spawn location was different, and the maps were completely RNG generated. This is what they should have done with this campaign. They should have had some sort of system in place that every time you play a mission, it's randomly generated with different enemies and different enemy spawns. And that's, if they wanted to do that type of route, that's what they should have done, and they haven't done it with this. So the Metroidvania thing, I'm still confused about where that is, because every time I'm playing it, I'm going to the checkpoint marker and I'm doing it. I'm getting the Strangler capsule and I'm doing it, and that's it. I want to go through it quick. Where's the skip button? By the way, don't pay to skip. It costs 2,000 silver to skip the campaign. Don't be doing it. I know that it's tempting to do that, but don't, because you get massive power level bumps. When you do it on your second and third, etc. Okay, so that's my thoughts so far. I have no other thoughts because I've only played what I've played, like I've told you. You can't learn a new game in 2 days, 3 days. It's impossible. You're basically getting a brand new game with new system mechanics where you've got a Destiny 2.5 here, and then you've got a Destiny 2 here. Here's your Destiny 2, here's your Destiny 2.5, and this will evolve over time, and they will be able to buff the portal to the community's liking or disliking. They'll be able to do all that, so don't worry too much right now. You need to look at the big picture, not the small picture. After 4 to 6 weeks, you then need to judge Edge of Fate and say, right, is this good or not? And it probably will be better in the end, but it's going to take time. But right now, the worry is that too many players quit, and we get to crushingly decimation of player base like we had Christmas 2024. If it gets to that lower player base again, we need to feedback Bungie. But I will tell you that my Plan B protocol is Borderlands 4. I have an emergency Plan B protocol, as if Destiny 2 does in fact die, my channel will almost certainly die alongside it, and I don't want that. But I'll have to now have an emergency Plan B protocol, which will be Borderlands 4 at the moment, because that game's shaping up to be very good. There seems to be no issues with it. But yeah, that was my thoughts on the Edge of Fate, initial thoughts. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.